Quite a busy day yesterday.
Wow.
Yes. We're joined by FS1 analyst Chris Broussard. Welcome, Chris.
Wow.
Are the Cavs
Wait,
now?
Shannon's humming the funeral dirge because he thinks it's Boston's funeral now.
That was the death march.
Oh, that was the death march.
Oh,
that
it's Boston's funeral. It's first. Yes, the Cavaliers are the clear favorite.
It's over. Call it off. It's done.
Here's the thing. Again, it's the East. We're not talking about the West.
Right.
We're talking about the East. And Boston is 18-12 over the last 2 months.
So I'm just 40-16 total.
Okay, but 18-12 is a 49-win pace.
Has Kyrie played
all
all
I'm
those
saying,
games?
they won without Kyrie. Okay. So what I'm saying is that they are not the world beaters that you think they are. Right?
I didn't ever say they were world
They're
beaters.
a pretty good team. They're better than they were last year, a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, but Toronto, okay, they are what they are.
Oh, man, the baby dinosaurs, we're not worried about them.
Cleveland got younger, more energetic, more athletic. They're going to be better defensively.
Dig.
The shooting.
Dig deeper.
Look at the backcourt.
Dig.
George Hill is a very good shooter, leads the league 45% from three.
He doesn't shoot much, but he can
But
make
he's
open
hitting them,
threes.
yeah.
Yep, he can.
You talk about Jose Calderon. He's a much better version of Jose Calderon.
I'm not going to go much because I know him too well. I watched him too many nights play for my Spurs. He's a solid pro. That's what he is.
And he's a good defender.
He can defend both positions. He can defend point or two.
Yes.
Because he's taller than you think he is.
And you know this, he is used to playing. In Indianapolis or Indiana when he was at his best,
No doubt.
Lance Stevenson was the playmaker.
No doubt.
In Utah last year when he
agree.
was really good, Gordon Hayward ran a lot of the offense. So he will fit fine next to LeBron. I love Rodney Hood. J.R. Smith, when he has actually given them something offensively, they've played well. J.R.'s had 10 double-figure scoring outings this year. They're 8-2 in those games. So Hood is going to score in double figures.
Oh, yeah.
You cleared up a logjam. You had Isaiah, Dwyane Wade, Derrick Rose, who all essentially play the same way, got egos and wanted minutes. Now you only have one guy like that, Jordan Clarkson. So you cleared up the problems in the locker room.
Yep.
And here's the thing. People are saying, you may end up saying this, they only have 29 games to make it mesh. I'm not saying it's going to work immediately, but it is easier to bring in role players
It is.
than stars. You don't have one guy that you brought in who's ball dominant, who's used to being the first option, who's used to the offense running through him.
Oof.
So
Keep going.
I'm not saying they're all of a sudden this great team that can challenge Golden State. I'm just saying in the least, they're the best. That's it.
I love
I
it.
ain't even mentioned LeBron, who of course is by far the best player in the country.
Yep. By the way, once upon a time, Chris thought about being a preacher, and he was really preaching right there. That was
Can I get an amen?
Yes. Yes.
Here's the thing. What I love most about this is that they realize Jay Crowder and Isaiah Thomas, it didn't work. Now, they could beat their heads and say, we're going to prove this thing, we're going to play it out. But they said, no. 15 games is enough. Whatever how many games they had with Jay Crowder, that's enough. We move on. They've moved on. They got better, Skip, no matter what. And I get it. Rodney Hood is not Anthony Davis. He's not the top-notch guys. But you got guys that have played their roles for a number of years. They're comfortable in their roles. And they're not trying to prove that they are what they were in their younger years. D-Wade wanted those 30 minutes a night. He's not that guy. Rose wanted to pretend like he was all of a sudden, he's not that guy.
Nope.
Isaiah wanted to be the 29-pointer guy scorer with LeBron on the team shooting all these bad shots.
Yep.
He's not that guy. So they cleared all the decks. Now we come in and it says, okay, LeBron, this is what you got. LeBron is going to be reinvigorated. Watch LeBron numbers over the last 29 games compared to the last 19 games.
Really?
And tell me what you think.
I'll be watching. I'll be watching every dribble.
Watch
every game.
tonight. And don't watch tonight. Don't worry about tonight.
Oh, okay.
Watch
You're a little
on
nervous
Sunday.
about tonight.
Watch on
Sundays.
Sunday.
Are they going to play? Are they going to play Sunday?
Who?
The new guys?
I don't know.
They got to. We ain't got but 6 guys. Somebody got to play. Call your boy. Hey, I'll make a pit stop.
LeBron doesn't need the new guys to beat Boston, though. I mean, that's a walkover.
Skip, you got
Come
6
on,
players.
you heard Chris.
I'm waiting to hear
knows.
your. I know you got some strange curveball in here, so I want to hear.
I'd speak the truth over here, unlike the two LeBron guys across from me. But that's okay, because I agree with every point both of you just made, and I am highly amused by this whole scenario because it is rich what just happened. What just happened was 2 nights ago, LeBron hit a walk-off shot, finally. It took a while, but he hit a walk-off shot. And then at the trade deadline buzzer, Dan Gilbert hit a much bigger walk-off shot because that was the executive of the year move. And I don't want to hear about Kobe Altman. This is Dan Gilbert presiding over the basketball operation. And to pull off all those moving parts in the 11th hour, I was just staggered. It took me 4 hours to process all this, and it just kept coming in. I kept saying, wait a minute, he did that? And he did that? Wait a second. He kept the Brooklyn first-round pick. He didn't even have to give it up. He kept Kevin Love. He didn't have to give up Kevin Love. Really? He kept JR. He kept Tristan. He kept Fourth Corver. He kept all. Those are the best parts. I don't care what you say about Tristan. I'm going to say this one more time. When he decides to play, he can really play. And I know he's got some stuff going on.
We need him to decide to start playing.
Right.
But he has explosive ability. I've seen it too many times. I don't know if he's healthy. I don't know. But I'm glad they kept him for their sake. So this was spectacular addition by subtraction, because the last thing I thought I would hear yesterday is that they got out from under Isaiah Thomas. They found a landing spot for Isaiah, and I just hadn't thought about the Lakers, but it was the classic trade that benefits both teams. The Lakers needed to clear space, and they needed to clear out that locker room.
Right.
And they got rid of stench upon stench upon. They got rid of Jay Crowder? Utah took Jay Crowder for Rodney? You're kidding me. And I'm a big Rodney Hood fan because he terrorizes my Spurs. Every time they play, he comes in and just lights them up and shoots them out of the gym. He just did it about a week ago.
Dropped 30 on them, 12 or 14.
I'm just saying, he made another shot because between him and Jordan Clarkson, they are the two players to me coming off benches in the NBA. Nobody can get hotter than those two guys. Now, they can have their cold because they're classic shooters. You know, they can go hot and cold. They both can be malcontent-y. I'm not saying they're malcontents, but they're having some issues in Utah. He just wasn't happy and he wanted more money, blah, blah, blah. But if you put him with LeBron, he's going to get happy fast because he'll fit perfectly into the flow of this.
And he'll get the stage.
He will.
That's the thing. I mean, he is a guy in Utah nobody's paid much attention to. Now he's going to be on the big stage in the playoffs, and it'll be his chance to shine. So
Dan Gilbert just swatted the ball back into LeBron James' court and said, "You're on, big fella. I just did this for you." So guess what? You LeBronites across from me, no more excuses. I don't want to hear another word from either one of you about, he doesn't have enough help. Come on now. That's all I've heard all year.
Excuses for what? To win
LeBron.
the East or to win it all?
Either way. If he's the best player on the planet, they just got way better. I give you that. You're preaching to my choir today.
They're going to win the East. They're going to win the East.
Okay,
but they're not favored over the Warriors, though, Skip.
Where I'll agree with you.
Who's been struggling the last 3 weeks? I think Golden State has. Am I right?
I'll agree with you on this. If you're arguably, as some would argue, the best player ever, it can't always be laid out on a silver platter for you. You don't always have to have the most talented team. You just overcome when you shouldn't win. Michael Jordan did those types of things. You win when you necessarily should. Now, LeBron did it in 2016.
Can I ask you a question? When did Michael Jordan when was he not the most talented of the teams?
I don't think,
Phoenix?
No, I don't think.
Supersonics? Maybe
I
Portland.
could say Seattle.
With
Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, look, I do think Pippen was a legit top 50 player. But Michael Jordan made him, not only because Jordan was so good that Scottie got relief, but watching Scottie throughout his career.
Did you watch him the year after Jordan retired? It took a Hugh Hollins blown call to keep him out of the final.
But I watched him in Portland, too. And I watched him in Houston,
old.
too. And I watched him the second year after Jordan retired, and he imploded.
Because he was mad they wouldn't give him no
And
paper.
Scotty learned
Somebody across from me
Jordan.
is once again trying to change the subject off what's sitting right here in the middle of the table. No more excuses
We got
from
the
either,
East.
Look,
either one of you.
If they don't win it, you can't kill LeBron for this.
Okay.
If they
This
don't
is
win
all I
the
know.
East, you
And
can.
I haven't thrown
if they
this
don't
at
win the
you,
whole thing.
But I'm not trying to pile on here. But in the previous 19 games to the T-Wolves walk-off shot game, the previous 19 dating back to Christmas Day, that's a big body of work right there. LeBron James over that stretch had the worst plus-minus of any player in the NBA. That's 518 players. And the best player on the planet was a minus 147. Is that all his fault? Obviously, it's not. Is it Isaiah's fault? Yes. Is it Crowder's? Is it blah, blah, blah? We know all the problems. But if you're the best player on the planet, you got to be better than that.
Did he show you on Wednesday night he the best? Because we had never seen a stat line like this before. 37, 10, and 15 on 72% shooting. Never in the history since they've been tracking triple-double.
How many points did the T-Wolves score that night?
One-
Took overtime. What was it? I forget.
138.
138. Ooh, that's a lot of points.
When did 138 become more than 140?
138.
Would you rather have
So-
$140 or $138?
So I ask you, how much better did the worst defensive team in basketball just get? How much better?
25%, 30%.
That's a lot.
I think they'll be middle of the road.
That's
Middle
all
of
we
the
need.
pack.
We just can't be at the bottom but a barrel.
Exactly. Middle of the
Because
pack.
we didn't mention this young man, but Larry Nance Jr. is what I call a supremely talented overachiever.
He'll battle you.
Because he
love
plays
it.
like crazy hard and crazy the right way.
Yeah.
And he's got explosive ability. He can
We got
dunk
them
with
lobs.
just about anybody.
And
Yeah?
we got Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi.
He's still there.
Yeah, old Jetty. Old Jetty getting playing time
He's
and they
a
were
much
mad.
better version of Jetty.
Yeah.
That's what he's more athletic, more energetic.
I would agree. And Jetty's not bad now. He will contribute.
And that's what they were mad
And
about.
You wound up with 2 bottom of the roster slots, and I think Kendrick Perkins is going to come back. And I don't know.
Who else could be
Whoa,
bought
whoa,
out?
whoa,
Is there Joe
I would
Johnson
love
out there?
to see Dallas. I don't know if Dallas will do it. If they parted with Nerlens Noel.
Okay.
Because the one thing Cleveland didn't add is rim protection.
protection, yeah.
And if you could get
Larry
him,
Nance
that'd be-
can a little bit, but not like this. Not big time.
See, that's what they were mad about, old Jetty.
So?
Old Jetty was getting that playing time. And Crowder and Isaiah being upset. And
Golden State, here they come.
Now,
there you
I
go.
give
There
you
you
this.
go.
Now, I think Golden State will clearly win the West. But if it's Houston, then I'm with you. No excuse.
I can't wait for
Yeah, but if
I'm
anybody
biting
other
my-
than Golden
yeah.
State come up out the West, they all in.
I am biting
You're in
my
trouble?
lip.
Say it.
I am biting my lip for our next topic.
They're gonna
because now we're going
sweep?
to get into the Celtics.
This
Here
one
we
will be
go.
Skip, maybe missed that, but Shannon just claimed that the Cavs are going to sweep, including the finals.
If it's
You
someone
got them
other,
sweeping through the East?
Sweeping to the East.
if it's
You just
someone,
said.
no, I said if it's someone other than Golden State, they're gonna sweep the West.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.